Hi Aries, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. So now that Mercury has gone retrograde, the question comes up always, what's going on with my bum ass ex? So we're going to check today, Aries, to see what is happening with your ex. Alright, let's see what's going on. First card, Aries. What is happening with your ex? Death in reverse. Your ex may be a little bit hung up on you. They're not moving forward. There has not been a transformation. It could be that they're hung up on you, they're not moving forward, or it could be they haven't changed yet. So depending on the situation and why the two of you aren't together can vary from person to person, obviously. So you could be either feeling like, I'm not taking back the bum because they haven't changed, or it could be that the other person is still hung up on you and they haven't been able to move forward. The Four of Pentacles, they're feeling a little bit more financially stable, so they may show up. Don't be surprised if during Mercury retrograde they show up with a new offering of something more that they can provide for you, give to you, or meet you halfway. The Hermit in reverse usually means isolation. So what I'm thinking here is it's kind of odd for this person to go into isolation when Mercury is retrograde. So you may not be hearing from them immediately. It may take a little while. They could be prepared. They could be preparing themselves. Maybe working up the nerve to come back or show up. And the last is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So what I'm thinking here is, depending on the situation, there could be that there has not been a significant transformation in the person's behavior, and you're just not going to deal with them. You're just going to, if they show up, they show up, but you're like, it's over, it's been over, and that's it. They are feeling a little bit more financially stable, so they may show up thinking, look, I have more to bring to the table, you know, maybe. And it doesn't matter if it's male or female. Sometimes one person is more of a slacker than the other. And they could be feeling like, well, now I'm working a little bit more. I could meet you halfway more. And if they don't get the response that they want, they may back up a little bit. They may take a little bit of time to themselves. They do feel like they're prepared to move forward. They feel like financially they're better than they have been. They're in a better place. But with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I don't think you're seeing it that way. I feel, Aries, that you may be done with this situation, and whether or not that person shows up, I don't think that you're looking to take them back. But I'm going to pull two more cards just to see if we can get anything else. The Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. Well, the King of Wands and the King of Swords. So one could be you, and if your partner is an air sign, maybe you will reconnect. Yeah. Well, it could be different for everyone, but the wands would be you, and it doesn't matter that one's a king and one's a queen. It just represents the two people. And then the swords would be an air sign. So if they're an air sign, which would be a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, I got to pick another card because I want to see. The High Priestess. You have to use your intuition. Okay, this is kind of a complicated situation because up until I picked the two people, the king and the queen, I would have thought that you're not going to take this person back. But when the king and the queen showed up, now I think that you may take the person back. And if you do, that's my advice. Trust your intuition. If your intuition is saying this person really has not changed, then I would suggest kicking them to the curb. If your intuition is saying, you know what, I owe it to myself to see where this can go, and your intuition is like, give it one last chance, then I would suggest going for it. You know, Mercury retrograde is funny in that if you break up under Mercury retrograde, usually it's a breakup that doesn't take place. Like, in other words, it reverses itself after after Mercury goes direct again. And even though Mercury just went retrograde on the 5th, it's sort of been in that hazy place for at least a week or so. So if there was a recent breakup, it could be that the breakup does not take and you wind up getting back together. Now, on the opposite side, if you broke up 6 months ago and Mercury goes retrograde, the person can come back and you can get back together. So it does work. Everything is contradictory, and everything works both ways. So doing these really broad readings is a lot of fun, but they're not always so indicative, or they don't always resonate with each person because it is so broad and everybody's situation is different. I don't know if that helped, but if you like what we're doing here at the Magic Junk Drawer, you can like, share, and subscribe. Share us with your friends. And as always, I'm available for text message readings on Instant Go, which will be in the description box if you're like, I need one that's a little bit more precise to me. And the questions are, they're $7.99 a question, but I usually work out deals with people, especially if you have like 2 or 3 questions. We'll do them a little bit cheaper. Like, you know, sometimes I'll do 7 questions for $34.99 or something like that. So you could always just contact me and we can discuss it. All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.